Hello there, how's it going? Ame Gakita there. Alright, it seems like it finally happened that MoistCr1TiKaL Situation had been covered by penguinz0, and I feel like the one way to end the trilogy is hopefully that penguinz0 actually talk about Charlie, and then it'll be, oh, finally it happened again. But then again, joke aside, what actually got this situation considered being crazy, and why penguinz0 aka MoistCr1TiKaL aka Charlie actually decided to do that video? I mean, like, it actually boiled down to a very simple situation that it's two different scenario where number one, apparently Charlie himself wanted to take a break away from internet. Not saying that he want to take a break entirely, it's more so that he wanted to take a so-called short break. And when you think about it, it's actually kind of understandable. Is he actually suffering from some sort of burnout? Who knows? I mean, like, when his situation kind of like prove, and he kind of like talk about it in his own video, I can see where he's coming from. And actually, secondly thing, apparently there is so-called the drama situation where he's taking a hiatus because he got cancer, or it's because of Sneako situation again, where he sneakily decided to pull up a debut stream and get dragging Charlie to his level of stupidity along the line and make him give a final one bad date. That a lot of people kind of like say that it was a very bad point or a very bad date, and it's kind of like understand why a lot of people kind of like two different situations they just kind of like throw it into one and say it's one thing along the line. It's like, when you think about it, like, are people too lazy to even differentiate every single thing? I don't know. I mean, like, to them it's just 1 plus 1 equal to 1, not 2 anymore. So in today's random chat, we are going to discuss about two, actually more like 3 different situations, but actually two of them seem to be in link and in one point. So the first thing we have to discuss is that, is he being cancelled for the bad date, as well as that is he taking the hiatus because of it. And when you think about it, the second situation is actually that, is he suffering from burnout because of the drama or whatsoever along the line, or did he give a bad date of that and he decided to take hiatus along the line? And the final point would be, did the bad date that he give during Sneako stream actually got him in trouble along the line? So that will be the final the date. We'll discuss it in a while, but actually let's talk about why he decided to take a hiatus. Apparently, like, based on his comment, that he is actually trying to scale back his time on the internet, and that because of it, he is actually stepping away from the official podcast and the rate trend, which means that he is trying to actually so-called scale back on his time spent on the internet. And does that mean that he's no longer going to be penguinz0? He's going to stop being MoistCr1TiKaL? He's just going back to being a normal human named Charlie along the line? Who knows? But from what I hear from his video, I actually kind of like can sympathize and understand where he's coming from. I would just say that his situation is really kind of like similar to my situation when I do my random chat, and I feel I can see where he's coming from. Point in point, basically, if my random chat is talking about a lot of different things. Sometimes I talk about Niji-sanji, sometimes I talk about vtuber, sometimes I talk about drama. It doesn't mean that every single thing I pull out is in link or in trend with the line in with the current trend. It's often more than not, I always have to do my own research, and I have to find the middle ground to see which side seems to be right. And it's like, as Charlie said, it's very hard to stand on either side, and I agree with that, because when you have a lot of situation, especially in drama, who is right, who is wrong, often more than not you have to be impartial, you have to be unbiased, and you look in the middle ground first and listen to both sides of the story. And when that actually happen, what do you have to do? Most of the time you have to do research, you have to understand a lot of point, what is the scenario, before you can give your take. And penguinz0 or Charlie actually go beyond that, because he got well, I mean, like, he do have a lot of people go when he do live stream, people give him a lot new update. People say that, oh, you got to check this out, there is this happening, there is the in, the out of every single thing. And he took his time during the stream to check things out, and then he do a video giving his take about it, how he feel about it. Maybe if it's a joke, he will just joke about it along the line. And to me, I mean, like, I have the assumption that, is he really the type of person to always talk about drama during all of his video? And that probably kind of like made him feel like he's having some sort of burnout. Is like he's been doing covering a lot of drama things, and one of the situation, like I believe it is the ever Chris Tyson, or previously known as Chris Tyson situation, and Sneako, being sneakily loved to create a lot of trouble, decided to call out Charlie. Like I don't understand, like is Charlie living rent free in Sneako mind along the line? Who knows? But when that actually happened, Sneako actually called out Charlie for not covering the situation, even though he did. And over more than not, before we step into like a lot of situation, even I myself, I got people asking me like, will I cover it? I say yes, I will cover it. It's just that um I need a lot of evidence, I need a lot of situation, I need to listen from a lot of point of view before I can do a video about it. If I just know it just based on what I know and then the situation change, then isn't that just basically invalidate a lot of my takes or video up? So over more than that, I want to avoid that situation, and for ever situation as well as Mr. B situation, I always give it a wait and see approach before I decided to put it out. If people listen and give it a wait and see approach and see from many point of view, that I believe this one will be a better place to live on. But everyone just love to jump to conclusion along the line, which is something that I don't really like. But hey, this is how human being nature are. So all in all, this is really what happened to penguinz0, is that he actually taking a hiatus away, like he just want to take a break. He want to spend less time on the internet. He just want to something go out in what many people say, go out and touch grass along the line, who knows. But I can see why, because the thing is, right, it's because that he has been talking about a lot of drama situation. And for me, when I do my random chat, a lot of people notice that sometimes I add in like manga, I talk about Japan stuff, I talk about Singapore stuff, I talk about US stuff. Like it's totally out of nowhere. And the reason is very simple. Sometimes I try to add a random stuff in it to put a stop to the negativity things that happen in my random chat. So I can't be just talking about Niji Sanji negative stuff every single thing. I mean, like, if the only one that I know very well that can do that is basically Savi-san, where he always talk about a lot of negative Niji Sanji's news in his own video, but it doesn't mean that I can do that as well. It's just that when you have so many negative thing in your video and you keep pumping out again and again and again, the negative stuff will get to you. You have to take a break from it, and the best way to take a break is, at least for me, is to not discuss about the situation, move on with your life, and maybe when there is a bigger situation that you have to talk about it, then you talk about it. You don't need to go to the point of like saying you have to cover every single thing. So I personally feel like Charlie not talking about a lot of situations seems to be the best for him, and it's better that he don't talk about too much drama, because based on his situation, he did seem to be indicating that he's having some sort of burnout from giving too much drama situation or giving take about it. I mean, like, that is the reason why he's saying that he's taking a hiatus from or a break from that situation. It doesn't mean that he's going to stop pumping out video. He's going to disappear along the line. He's still not gonna stream along the line. He's just trying to prevent too much negative thing or negative drama from affecting his life. And I totally can see why. Even when I say that I don't really talk a lot about negative drama in my random chat, is that I have to stop it. If I realize that when I do a lot of drama, like 3-4 days in one go, the number of time I have to do research, I have to give my takes, I have to people saying that, oh, your take is bad or whatever. It's like, you can, even when you're giving your own middle ground, people will try to force you to push to one side and say that you must choose one side along the line, even though that both sides can be both wrong at the same time. So all in all, when I look at the whole scenario, I do agree with his take, is that we always have our own take. I have my own take. I always stand in the middle ground. I try to see both sides of the coin. I try to give people the both sides of the coin, different perspective. And sometimes you may be you may be surprised and realize that there is actually more to two sides of the coin. There may be the side of the coin, the middle side of the coin, that is the far away from the look at the coin along the line. And it's just fascinating to listen to different point of view and understand where we are. We are all very, very different. We have a different mindset, we have a different point of view, different opinion, and that's the reason why we communicate, to understand each other better. So for Charlie's situation, I would definitely agree that he has to take a break from this sort of thing, and it's best that he don't. I'm not saying that if he want to talk about drama stuff or he want to give his own take, I think that's fine on him. It's just that stepping away from this kind of negative thing too much, I think is also good for mental health. Because when you talk about a lot of negative thing, you slowly get fall to the situation, and often more than not with, especially when the other person actually they're trying to drag him to their level is actually Sneako. Yeah, Sneako, always Sneako. I don't know why it's always Sneako. I don't know. It's just weird. But all in all, Sneako did try to push and kind of like indirectly admitted that he's just a PDF file, a file that is not even worth reading or looking at, and because he's kind of like admitting that he's indirectly admitting himself. And I know some people will say that he did not admit it, he did not say it, but when he keep saying a lot of situation, he just kind of like saying it in a roundabout way. So in a way, when you say in a roundabout way, that's just another meaning of saying that he's indirectly admitting that he's a PDF file. So I don't care who go and comment that he's not a PDF file or whatsoever. When a lot of video that I've seen about Sneako talking about the age of consent and whatsoever, yeah, he's just admitting it, but in a roundabout way. So Sneako, just being Sneako, love to come up with ways to drag Charlie to his level or trying to get him cancelled, because Sneako always have always have a room in his head ready for Charlie for some reason. It's just that weird. I mean, like, I don't understand why Sneako is so obsessed with Charlie, especially like he wanted to drag, like the moment that Eva Chris Tyson situation got worse, and I actually know it is like the reason why I don't want to talk about that situation is that I know very well that it's a flower that is take time to bloom. It take time to realize how bad it is, to see how crazy the situation is, and I've been trying to see a lot of point of view, and with the situation I feel like it's about time for me to start recording a random chat for it. But apparently there are some people who wanted like big influencer like Charlie to immediately talk about it once Pacific news reached to a specific point, and people want them to talk about it. I can see why Charlie always have the understanding that it seems like people are trying to make him feel like he's obliged to do this sort of thing when he is not. He can choose not to do it, and best if he want to do about it, he can also kind of like give the take only after a specific time. Like he feel like there's not enough information to give his better take along the line. So all in all, it's just very simple that people want him to give a take, and at least I think that's a good thing on my side is that I don't have a huge following yet. But I have quite a few people do ask me about it, and people kind of like people say that I'm sometimes give very great take. Sometimes people say that my take is not real or just bad or whatsoever along the line. But when only time will tell, only for many people to realize that a lot of my take just seems to be on the right track. So that's the one thing that I feel like Charlie is trying to make sure that he wanted to make sure that when he give his take, that his take tend to be on the right track, and that's what it seems to me. Whether is it that he's always right or not, at least he's like Charlie is not afraid to at least admit his mistake, and I think that's a very good thing he do. But other than that, I don't see why people have to cancel him over one bad day just because he said that apparently children should be able to change their gender if the parents consent. I mean, like, if people ask me the same question, like, if will I actually agree on that, I would definitely say I would agree if the parents do allow it, but on the ground that the children have to think carefully and go through a proper some condition with like a discussion with the doctor along the line, or with a specialist, or with a therapy as well, to kind of like assess that is the child willing to go through the process of transition of gender. Because when that actually happen, it's really one of the things that it will affect his or her or them life for the rest of their life. And it's if they change it and they regret it, that's on them. So to ensure that they don't have that feeling of regret, at least they have to kind of like go through a counseling or discussion a lot. Like it and that always take a lot of time. It can take months, it can take years, who knows. So the only issue is that a lot of people need to understand that the children may get cold feet at the last moment, and when that happens, if they do change it and they start regretting after they change it, right after they change the gender and they regret it, wouldn't that be a very bad thing? So all in all, personally, I do think that it is not a not something that we should discuss too much about, but I also can see why people can have the feeling that Charlie thinking that it's alright, but he's basing his information on what seems to be the right answer, but at the same time it's just a bad day. And at the same time, in his video, he actually did point out that he didn't like go into detail fully about his take. So he kind of like discussed the situation more on his video. So if you guys do want to know, go and check it out. He actually addressed it. So and he also kind of like talk about the reason why he want to take a hiatus. It's not because of Sneako or whatsoever. It's just like he just want to, again, I mentioned, he just want to step away from drama. He just want to take a break from that because he's not obliged to do this kind of thing, but yet it seems like he's obliged to do it. So based on his tune, I just personally think that maybe he's suffering from some form of burnout about when it comes to that kind of content, and he just want to do his own stuff, which is the reason why I think that's not wrong. So all in all, I don't think that anyone should blame him for what the situation. I mean, like, if he give a bad take once and he admit about it, then let's move on with our life. People is just gonna hate on him. People just gonna take his stuff out of content and just bash on him. And again, when you gain a lot of followers, especially for him, he's nearing 60 million sub. So when you gain a lot of follower, you also get a lot of haters, and sometimes the haters always tend to take things out of content or give the weird reason to hate on him. I know some people will say that he's such a base person, why would people hate on him? I mean, like, this is the internet. When everyone say that they want to love a person, there will always be one or two people out there that are saying they hate the person. And for some reason, Sneako always have a room in his head ready for Charlie along the line. Who knows? I mean, like, that's basically what it seems to me. But anyway, that's actually how I break up the situation about MoistCr1TiKaL, aka penguinz0, aka Charlie. But again, take it with a huge pinch of salt and throw the salt at the screen if you need to. But it is all my speculative thought, a random chat. So that being said, if you do agree or disagree, or you want, if you have your own opinion, your own take or whatever, write in the comment below and we can discuss it further. If not, if you like this video, don't forget to press the like button and share the video, and don't forget to subscribe for more random chat if you want to listen to more random stuff or stuff that sometimes never makes sense along the line. And do that. I hope you guys have a nice day or night. Bye.